It does look better, brother. And back here too, CMA Fest 2024 rolls on here. KKTC True Country 99.9 and our friends at hightidecountry.net. Again, the Sports Guys podcast.com. If you ever miss anything out there, sports music, we try to cover a lot out there too as well. And I love just going down under too because it's great having Aussie oi oi. Can I say that too as well? Andrew Swift here, the backstage brass, Brandon Morrell, Elise Saunders here. Day 2 of the media day, and it's just moseying on too, no doubt. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm just enjoying a bit of Nashville. Like it's great. It's great to be back. I haven't been here in like 5 years, so just trying to embrace it all and trying to adjust to that time difference. It's a big time difference.
What time is it in Australia right now?
Right now, what are we looking at? It must be 4:15 in the morning tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So like when I'm getting up in the morning here, I'm sending a good night message to my girlfriend back home. So yeah, it's really weird.
Hey, let's talk about the new one out there. I loved it too. We got to give it a play on the station in a few weeks. Fumes and Fireworks. It's got to be fun, right?
Yeah. That was a duet with Amber Lawrence. So that was our first time doing a collaboration. We both won Male and Female Artist of the Year at the CMA Awards last year. So we thought, well, maybe it's time to do something together. And it was a fun one to write. It's all about, like, for us as musicians, but it's for everybody who you run yourself into the ground trying to do what you love just to live those highlights. Or even if you're working 9 to 5 and those fireworks moments with your friends and family on the weekends. So running on fumes and fireworks. Yeah.
Hey, talk about your catalog of songs, the message you try to get out there to the fans, because Aussie fans out there, as you know very well. I mean, top 10 in Australia here for her latest, one of the singles there, Core. I mean, just crazy how much down under they love country music, right?
Yeah, so I believe we are the third largest market in the world for country music. So I think it's USA, Canada, and then we take out that bronze medal. But it's huge. I think it's just they're all three are big countries that have the vastness in there as well, and they're real people of the land and who love a story. And when I write a song, I just try and tell my story and hope people connect with it. And that's usually the case, man. We're just all relatable. That's the key of it.
And how do you think Australian country compares to Nashville country sound wise? Do you think that they're similar? Is what makes Australian country unique?
That's a great question. And to be honest, I think that there are some Australian artists who are really striving for that Nashville country sound, and there are some who are doing it really well. It's still something that we're refining because we've got our own thing. You do have some artists who sing with a very Australian accent, and they're usually Australiana or bush balladeers or who tell the real story of the Australian land. But then there are people who are trying to cross over and people who are trying to have more of a universal sound. So there's quite a mix of these different little subgenres in Australian country. But I think we're doing a fair job. A few artists in particular are doing a great job of keeping up with the rest of the world.
I was going to ask you about, man, this is pretty healthy right now with the competition we're seeing. Like I said, I say competition, but I mean just the flurry of artists in this town and the great songwriters that back it up too as well, because some people just want to stay behind the scenes and kind of just write the songs, and there's people who want to step in front of the mic and just record the songs that other people wrote. And I mean, I remember George Strait saying one time, hey, it's the best things I did with my career is just recorded songs other people wrote. How big is that for you and kind of the impact of that? I mean, like write your own material too, but do you get pitched stuff a lot? And what do you think about some of the pitches?
Yeah, I do get pitched a few bits and pieces, but for me, I've always found there's been a stigma in Australian country music in particular where you're meant to be the writer or you're meant to be involved in the writing. I'm someone who doesn't necessarily believe that that's the case. On each album that I've put out, there's at least 1 or 2 songs that I didn't write, but they're generally songs that I've found and that I've connected with, and I've reached out and asked if I can record that. So, but it's not necessarily people pitching. I don't think there might be one song ever that I've recorded that was pitched to me, and that was by my producer who knows me well, who knows what I'm into. And that was a song on the last record. But I feel like there should be more of that. And it's okay to record songs that you didn't write along with the ones that you did.
What was one of the very first songs that you ever learned as an artist?
One of the actually, it was pretty cool being at the stadium last night because one of the first songs I ever learned on guitar was Sweet Home Alabama, and Leonard Skinner were at the stadium. But the first full song I learned was probably, I want to say it might be Brown Eyed Girl. I went through a real Van Morrison stage when I was picking up guitar, and I was late coming into music in general, and all my friends were jumping around the room to like Nirvana, and I was jumping around the room to Moondance because I thought that song was awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was a late bloomer in all facts of life, man.
Let me bring this up too, because now you look at the impact of the female movements going on, and I'll put you right there because you look at what Laney's done with Entertainer of the Year and all these things that have gone on with Ashley McBride, Carly Pierce, and Ashley Cook, and Hannah Ellis, and the ones that's next wave of country, even back to '90s country between Shania and just Terry Clark and Faith Hill and Martina. The names go on and on. This is a great time to be even a female artist in country music, right?
Oh, absolutely. To be honest with you, I probably listen to, I know I do. I listen to way more female country artists than I do male country artists. I think, to be honest, I feel like the songs are very clever in the lyrics, and I feel like some of the guys don't pull it off as often as the female artists do. But it's definitely a great time. And I mean, Laney is just soaring. Like, I remember getting on the bandwagon, the Laney bandwagon, nice and early, and we were chatting on Instagram, and like, I was like, it'd be great to write a song together. She's like, yeah, I'd love that. And then she just blew up, and I'm like, that's not going to happen now. But I mean, she's really paving the way, and you can see there's a lot of artists who, even in their image, are sort of replicating that. They're really looking up to her, and I think she's a fantastic idol for the female country artists.
So that brings me to my question then. Who would your dream duet be, male or female?
Well, look, I feel pressured to say Elise Saunders, but Laney's definitely right up there. Big Miranda fan as well. Ashley McBride. These are artists you already mentioned, so they're probably up there in my top three. But male, I'd love to say Stapleton, but he'd just make me look terrible. So maybe not. Like, you can't.
That'd be a cool duet, though.
It'd be a great duet, but I mean, I think he'd definitely be outshining me. So
I just hear you singing that White Horse. I can see something about that too, with your the voice and the way you bring the vocals to the table too as well. Hey, appreciate you being with us too, man. And love to all the Aussies out there too, the fans and the recording artists out there too. And it's such a great country. I can't wait to go over there, and we got to do a tour or something over there. We got to do something out there. We get over there and just enjoy it too, because I want to fly, take that 16, 17-hour flight to get over there and just attend some festivals. I want to do that.
Yeah, it's a flight, that's for sure. And I didn't realize that the airline, who I'm not going to mention, that I flew with this time for the first time, their seats don't recline too far, and that's a long flight. Yeah. So yeah, I was not too happy. But it's definitely come down, both of you. Come say g'day, as we say. Yeah.
Right, we'll do that too as well. And of course, rolling on here, see Mackenzie Phipps over there and a whole lot more. I know that Nico Moon's around the corner. We got to go find him probably because he got lost in some other media booth out there too at the same time. Andrew Swift, check out his music across all the digital streaming platforms out there too as well. Back for more here, KKTC True Country 99.9 and our friends at hightidecountry.net. More to come. CMA Fest 2024 rolls on. Stay tuned for more.